introduce themselves. So thank you for joining the Indian Ocean Corner webinar. Don't forget to log your bookings on myindianoceanrewards.com. So if you're not signed up, please get yourself signed up. Yeah, we're all in the Indian Ocean at the moment and the sun is shining here. Karen, what's it like where you are?
Hi, good morning, everybody. So I am in the sunny Seychelles today. So happy to be here with you. And I'm Karen from the Seychelles Tourism Board. So I'm the main contact for yourself on the UK market. I am based in London, but currently in the Seychelles. So live broadcast from home today. So really happy to be here. Perfect,
perfect. Thank you, Karen. And what's your prize?
Oh, so today I have a fantastic prize, which is a beautiful little goodie bag, and I will bring with me back when I come back to London. We have Seychelles rum, the Takamaka rum, so really delicious rum that is made here locally. And we will also have some spices and some local goodies, candles and little bits and pieces from the Seychelles. So that will really warm you up for January, February.
Perfect. Sounds lovely. Thank you very much, Karen. Parag, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Parag and I take care of sales and marketing for Reethi Faru Group. It's been very, very good weather here. It's just that since afternoon it's been a little rainy, but a lovely place. And I could talk about it's one island, one resort. Very natural distancing otherwise also. So you don't have to bother about wearing your mask and moving at the resort. So have a good time and enjoy the Christmas, New Year time and the winter season. Just have a very good time here.
Perfect. Thank you, Parag. And what's your prize today, please?
So we're giving a very nice cash money on the hand. Go and shop what you want. It's going to be £25 for a question. And so win, that's more important.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. And last but not least, Sarah. You're muted.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here. I'm Sarah from Lux Resorts and Hotels. I am probably joining most of you in the grim weather in the UK, in London. But I will be whisking you off to the Maldives today to showcase our hotels there. We also have some Love to Shop vouchers, perfect time with the shops opening. So we have £30 Love to Shop vouchers as well. So listen out for the question at the end.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sarah. So Parag, over to you, and the stage is all yours. So transport us to the Reethi Faru in the Maldives, please.
Thank you very much. I will run through the presentation quickly to get you a glance of the information on the resort. Reethi Faru Resort, it's an bio-luxury resort. So our main biggest USP is that we are eco-sustainable resort, and we do a lot of initiatives which helps to sustain and give it back to nature around. So that's what we are. We are also associated with the preferred hotel. So if you're a member with the preferred hotel, take the advantage in every fashion you can. Reethi Faru Resort is 150 villas resort, and which is 45-minute speedboat destinations. To reach to our resort, you have two options to come over. You either take the seaplane, which comes straight to our resort, and it takes 45 minutes. The other option is that you fly domestic, where you can fly from Malé Airport to the Ravandu, and from there you take the speedboat, which takes 20 minutes flight and 40 minutes speedboat destination as such. In terms of options of villas, we have villas starting from Garden Villa. We have Deluxe Beach Villas. We have Deluxe Jacuzzi Beach Villa. We have a Deluxe Beach Pool Villas, Water Villa, and 2-bedroom suites. So there's a variety of options available with you. You can take an experience to be on over the water. You can take an experience be with the water when you have a beach villas. The Garden Villa guys have an SS and a separate place for a beach which has been designated for those people. So options and varieties from all sides. 44 water villas, that's how the water villa assembly is over the water, and a lovely reef around. So you can see a lot of species around on the sea itself. That's how the water villa 2-bedroom suite looks like. It's with the jacuzzi there. You have 2 bedrooms, and you have a center rooms which has the drawing facilities. That's how the interior of the room is, quite spacious. Enough space for people to accommodate. You can easily have 3 adults and 2 kids in one room. It's that big the room is. That's how the shower room looks like. You have a bathtub, you have a shower cubicle, and you have open shower in all the bathrooms. That's the another view for the bathroom. That's how our jacuzzi beach villa looks like. So each villa on the beach has a jacuzzi also, and you have a direct access to the beach. That's how the Jacuzzi beach villa interior is. Again, quite a good size. You can easily have 2 kids been staying in a room. That's the bathroom for Jacuzzi villa. That's our garden villa, which doesn't have the view of a sea at all. However, as I mentioned, there is a designated area where people staying at the garden villa can get an access to the beach. That's the interior of the garden villa. That's the new addition to our resort, and we have built 8 deluxe beach pool villa, and they are ready to sell from 1st of December onwards. So please come and enjoy. It's a beautiful view from there, a lovely view to the beach, and it's where the sunset takes place. So come and enjoy the deluxe beach pool villa where you have the floating breakfast served to you privately. That's the view of the pool villas. Wining and dining, we have six restaurants and 6 bars with us, and the option is that you can eat anywhere, even on whatever meal plan you are in. You don't have to restrict yourself only to the main buffet restaurant. You have an option to go to any restaurant, and you have a meal credit to utilize. So you have an option to eat in a main restaurant with buffet style, or you prefer to go and eat a la carte. Please enjoy yourself, and you can do that even if you're on a half boat. That's how our main restaurant looks like, which is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's all buffet service here. That's how the main bar looks like. Every evening we have an entertainment here, which starts from a DJ to movie night to karaoke to local cultural dance program. You have a sports bar attached to it with lots of games there. So you can entertain yourself every evening on this bar, which is open from morning to night. That's our Water Villa restaurant, and it's open 24/7. So even if you're hungry late night, early morning, and you want to eat something, you have an option either to call room service or go to a Digue restaurant. You get to see a lovely sunrise from this restaurant. So a lot of people prefer to have their breakfast and see a lovely sunrise happening at 7 o'clock in the morning here. That's our Reethi restaurant, quite popular. It's on the beach, and it's open only for the dinner time. Sunset Bar, one of the most liked area in the resort. You will see many guests coming over at around 6:30, and they are here till 7:30 till the time they see the sunset, and it's the fabulous view from here. Many people prefer to be in the bar first at the Sunset Bar, then go and have their dinner, followed by the main bar with the cultural program in the evening to wind up your day. So that's our poolside cafe, and you can swim, you can exercise. We have a lot of good recreation center, a lovely gym there. Go have a dip in the pool, have a nice drink or a mocktail, and refresh your day. That's the view from the pool. It's as good as when you're at the pool. It's as good as you give you a feel of the infinity pool. As I mentioned, we have a lovely recreation facility. So right from gym to tennis to squash to badminton, you have the works around kind of thing. And we do yoga classes at the resort. So every morning from 7:30 to 8:30, we have yoga classes. So please come and enjoy. A lovely spa, which is Coconut Spa, and we have 8 treatment room with us. So come relax, regenerate yourself. A lovely water sport and excursions facilities available, and we are probably number 4 in terms of water sports facility in Maldives, and one of the latest equipments, one of the best facility available. Come and enjoy the water facilities here. Sea Explorer is our third-party dive center. They are quite known and popular in Maldives, and they are here with us for almost 20 years now, and they are the best around if you want to come and enjoy the dive. As I mentioned to you, we are quite about the eco-sustainability. So conversations is our promises, and we always keep to the maximum of it, and it benefits. We do a lot of activities with the guests around, whether it's a coral planting or a tree planting or cleaning of the beach. Saving energy is also important. So we have solar powers with us. Water distillation plant is there, and we do convert all the waste into gas. So a lot of activities we do at the resort in terms of eco-sustainability. So many awards been won around, and we continue to keep adding. I wish I could add some more here, but because of the size of the slide, I cannot. But we have been recognized and awarded by many of those partners. So thank you very much. It was good to connect out here. Sarah, would the question be asked now, or it will be at the end of the event? Hello.
So maybe I will start right away.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I think so. You should start. Looks like,
okay,
yeah.
Perfect. Great. So thank you so much. So now we will move from the Maldives to the Seychelles, and I'll tell you all about my little islands. So let's get started. Okay, the Seychelles Islands. This is us just north of Madagascar on the east coast of Africa. So tiny islands, just about 4 to 10 degrees south of the equator. We are an archipelago, so altogether we have 115 islands. So they scattered over a very wide area ocean, but again, most of them are uninhabited, and all the action and all the visitors would go on the inner island group that you see at the top. So this is where most of the visitors would actually visit. We do have 2 types of islands, the granitic islands that you see here, which is the island with the mountains, forest, nature reserve, and the granitic boulders. But we also have the flat little coral atolls, which is similar to the Maldives. But again, it's 2 different types of, I would say 2 different types of destinations and very different experiences in each one as well. So definitely a combination is the best. So this is the inner island group. So like I mentioned, most of the visitors would go there. And that is for Mahe, Prale, and La Digue. So these are the 3 main islands in the Seychelles. So the first thing I always suggest is island hopping. It is a shame to go to the Seychelles and only stay on one place or on one island. Firstly, each one is unique, each one is different. The travel distances between the island is very easy, maximum 1 hour by ferry boat or 15 minutes domestic flights. So even in 1 week in the Seychelles, you can do 2 or 3 islands. So this is the best option. So these are the modes of transportation. You have the helicopter, you have the fast ferry boat, as well as the small domestic flight. So this is the main island, Mahe. It is the largest island with majority of the population as well. It is the home of our little capital, Victoria, which is known to be one of the smallest capitals in the world. So you can walk around in half an hour and discover the little cultural hub of the Seychelles. It's also home for the international airport, so all the flights would land here. You have a lot of attractions and little things to visit while you're in Victoria. For example, the tropical market, this is a must. And this is where you will be able to buy souvenirs and spices, and also local vegetables, fruits, and all sorts of local arts and crafts. We also have the galleries, churches, temples, so it's quite a lot to see while you're in Victoria. Outside of Victoria as well, we've got botanical gardens, spice gardens, and of course the beaches. And the little house that you see at the top, the plantation house, this is the distillery where we make our rum, the Takamaka rum. So this is definitely a must as well. So you go there, see how they make the rum from the sugarcane, and then you can do some rum tasting, and there's a cute little restaurant there as well. We do have some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And again, long, uncrowded beaches where you'll be on your own most of the whole day. And again, here you're doing social distancing already. So your own little private beaches. The island is surrounded by 3 marine parks. So these are some of the best areas for snorkeling, very easy from the beach. And on Mahe, you have 12 different trails as well. Again, people think of Seychelles, they think only of the beaches, but we do have some of the most beautiful flora, fauna, endemic species. So this is the best place for you to be able to discover that with a guide or on your own. Then we move down to Praia, 15 minutes domestic flight or 1 hour ferry boat. Praia is also very special because it is home to our UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of them, and that is the Vallée de Mai. So it is a beautiful tropical rainforest. It's a must as well to add it on your itinerary. And it's the home of our very famous coco de mer, which is the world's largest and heaviest nut. And it can grow up to about 30 kilos. So it's only found in the Seychelles. And it's also home to the black parrot. And again, a bird you will only find here in the Vallée de Mai. So this is a must when you are on Praia. Praia also has some stunning beaches on Georgette, Petit Anskela, Anse-Lazieux. But what is great about the island is that it's surrounded by small little satellite islands that you can go for the day and great excursions as well. So this is Anse-Lazieux, one of the most famous beach on the island. Again, uncrowded beaches. It's never overrun by visitors or by tourists. Cousin is a small bird nature reserve. So again, you can go for the day. For bird lovers, it is ideal. Arid as well, another bird sanctuary, bird nature reserve. And we do have about 13 species of endemic birds in the Seychelles. Curious is one of the islands that is for our giant tortoises. So we have them all over the islands in the Seychelles. But here, this is their home. You can go there for the day. You can go and see them and have a picnic on the beach or do a walk on the island. So it's also a great day excursion. Then from Praia, you go down to Digue. 15 minutes, you are on the island. But what is special about Digue is that it's very authentic. It's very traditional. It's very Creole. It's a very, I would say, a slow pace of life. And I also feel that it's always like you're going back in time because it's very different and very, very slow, I would say. And the main mode of transportation on the island is bicycles. So visitors and locals, that is the main way to get around. It is home to some of our most beautiful beaches. You have a nature reserve, and the must-see beach is Anse d'Argent. So this is said to be one of the most photographed beaches in the world, and it is because of the granitic boulders. It's really, really stunning. And you also have others, Anse Coco, Grand Anse on the other side. So many, many beaches with the typical granite of the Seychelles. The other islands are what we call the one island, one resort concept. So you've got quite a few famous ones. You have the Six Senses, North, Frégate. These are great as they are combinable with Mahe Praia. And, a couple of nights on these with your private villas, private pools. So it's a great combination with the main islands. The Coralline Islands, we have 2 of them that is quite accessible, and that is Bird and Dennis. And like I mentioned before, completely different geography, topography, and excellent for diving, for fishing, and also for snorkeling, obviously. This is where you would see the sea turtles as well. And on Bird Island, we have a very special guest. This one is Dennis. And on Bird Island, we have a very special guest, and his name is Esmeralda. And he's actually said to be one of the oldest giant tortoises in the world. And he's nearly 200 years old. So if ever you are on a Bird Island, you get to meet Esmeralda. So he's our pet of the Seychelles. The outer islands, like I mentioned, most of them are uninhabited as you go further out. 2 of them have a resort, Deluxe and Alphonse. But again, out there, it's very much what we call the modern Robinson Crusoe experience. It's amazing diving, it's amazing fishing. And we do have some of the world's first class fly fishing out there on the sandbanks. So people come from everywhere just to go fly fishing. Very, very special. So in terms of Seychelles in general, it's a very small population of about 98,000 people. So it's a mixed race. We have a really mixed pot of what we call a melting pot of cultures from Europe, Africa, and Asia. So a different mixed blends, I would say. 3 official languages, which is English, French, and our local language, which is Creole. So when can you go to the Seychelles? Very important question. And it is an all year round destination. So this is perfect. All year round, you can travel. We are outside the cyclone belt, so we don't get affected. However, if you are looking for some of the best months, the ideal months of the year, I would always suggest March, April, May, September, October, November, best of the best. Between mid-December to around mid-February, it is the period of the year where we would get more tropical rain showers. But again, it's from time to time, a couple of hours every day and not all week, all the time. So that is why ideally Seychelles can be visited all year round. In terms of accommodation, we have a bit of everything. For example, this is the Four Seasons on one of our perfect little beaches. And it is quite a great location. But what is important to note is that it is not only 5-star high-end resorts. We have beautiful little guest houses, self-caterings, apartments, villas, little bungalows on the beach. And for whatever budget, you can still find something on the 3 main islands. So it doesn't have to be only high-end luxury. In terms of the environment, as I mentioned, it's very important. We have a lot of conservation going on. We have about 1,000 species of endemic flora and fauna, from the tortoises to the birds to the animals underwater, the green geckos, the sea turtles, the tiny little frogs, and our beautiful tropical flowers. So there's a lot to see. So for nature lovers, it is indeed a paradise. This is our second UNESCO site, Aldabra, which is one of the islands that is furthest away from Mahe. And it is a very special place where very few people have been. And as you can see, we have about 150,000 tortoises living out there on Aldabra. I always joke, I always say we have more tortoises in the Seychelles than people. So very, very special place. What can you do when you get on the islands? Again, a lot of people think, oh, could be only beaches, quite boring, but we do have a lot of activities. One of the best ones, like I mentioned earlier, is the nature trails. So we have about 15, 16 on the various islands. You can go up with a guide and you can really discover the flora and the fauna, or even go swimming in the waterfall. I think this is a scenery people don't realize when they think of Seychelles, that we have this dense forest as well. Sailing and cruising, so day cruises to go out to the nearby islands, but the best 5 nights, 6 nights cruises, amazing itineraries, and you get to see up to 10 islands in one trip. Fishing, very popular, big game fishing, deep sea fishing, and again, the fly fishing, which I mentioned out on the outer islands of Alphonse and De Roche, very, very popular. Snorkeling, very easy from the beach. You don't need a boat, you can go out on your own. The water temperature is about 28, 30 degrees and excellent visibility. So for snorkeling and diving, ideally, September, October, November is the best of the best. So you do have this amazing underwater world to discover as well. A lot of the diving, the best type of diving, are out on the outer islands. We do have one 18-hole golf course, and that is located on the island of Pralin at the Constance Resort, so you can go golfing as well. Wellness and spa, you come to the Seychelles, you have to relax a bit. And of course, what Seychelles has always been known as, very much islands of love, very romantic. You have so many options in terms of the locations, but the important thing to know is that it is a legal wedding. You get your certificate and it is recognized internationally, and it is a civil and religious ceremony, can be done on the islands. But perfect spots. These are some of my favorites, next to the golf course on the little beach, and of course in the forest by the waterfalls. So lots to choose from. So just a few essentials for you to know. Short time difference, 3 hours in the summer and 4 in the winter, so you don't get that jet lag. No visas needed for the Seychelles, no vaccinations needed as well. It's driving on the left, so you can rent a car on Mahe and Pralin, drive around, explore on your own. La Digue is bicycle. So you hop on the island, you rent a bike, and you can explore as well. Just a few reasons why the Seychelles, what makes us so different from other destinations. I can still proudly say that we are one of the most pristine, uncommercialized destination remaining, no mass tourism, no development. The islands is as it was many, many years ago. It's very diverse in terms of the people, the culture, the cuisine, and even the islands themselves are very, very different. So that's why island hopping is key. The beautiful uncrowded beaches, the unique flora and fauna seen nowhere else in the world. The people are also very friendly, They make you feel at home. They make you feel like one of the locals, especially in the small guest houses and the self-catering apartments. Seychelles is still a very safe destination. You can go around on your own and visit. No tropical diseases, no yellow fever, malaria, and no dangerous plants, animals as well. So even if you go out and discover, you don't have to worry about anything poisonous or dangerous. And the fact that it is a living island, so you get this authentic island experience, and you can really experience the culture as well. It is a very family-friendly destination, excellent for kids. The beaches are very safe. They can roam around and then, go swimming. The waters are safe as well. So very ideal for couples, for groups of friends, all ranges, I would say. So that was it from me, just to give you an overview of the Seychelles. We do have an online training if ever you want to go and try out the different modules and get your little Seychelles certificate. So Seychelles Superstar would be great for you to go and try out. So that's it from me. Thank you very much. And I think I will hand it over to Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Karen. Sorry, my internet cut off earlier, but Sarah, over to you.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarah and I'm from LUX Resorts and Hotels. So I've got 10 minutes to tell you a little bit about the LUX brand and then whisk you off to the Maldives to tell you a few of the selling points of 2 of our properties in the Maldives. So first of all, LUX, we are a 5-star luxury brand. LUX actually stands for the Latin word light. So at LUX, we had a different vision for luxury. And our vision is that luxury, it doesn't have to be so formal, so stuffy. It can be fun, it can be exciting, it can be spontaneous. And that's really how we created our brand. We created something called our reasons to go LUX. And I think these reasons really make us stand out against other luxury brands, and it will help you to identify a LUX client. So our reasons to go LUX, we have many, but they're totally complimentary extras for your clients. We don't brochure them because that would take away the surprise from the clients, but these are consistent in all of our hotels within the Indian Ocean. So these all complimentary extras can be things like ice cream for the whole family. Some of the popular ones which you might be familiar with will be our message in a bottle. So we have lots of messages in a bottle hidden around resort. Again, clients don't know about this. They'll stumble across a message in a bottle down by the beach and it will have a lovely message of the day and it will say something like, take me to the bar, have a bottle of champagne on LUX and relax in paradise. Or take me to the spa, unwind, have a massage on us. They're just small little extras that really put a smile on our client's face. We also have our phone home, our retro red phone boxes. We invite all of our LUX clients to call home anywhere in the world, as many times as they want throughout their stay, connect with their family and friends, and of course, tell them what a great time they're having in our resorts. We roast our own coffee. No one will ever receive a bad cup of coffee in any LUX property, all roasted on site. So you'll be able to smell the coffee beans in the morning and have a coffee of your choice. The cinema under the stars, one of my favorite reasons to go LUX. There's nothing better than sitting in the Maldives, cold champagne, warm popcorn, and watching one of the latest films with your family or loved ones. Also, as well with the cinema, I think when you get home and go to the cinema, every time you go, you always remember that trip in somewhere like the Maldives. Obviously, homemade ice cream and our pop-up bars, aperitivo bars, to surprise the guests by day 3. They probably are quite familiar with the resort. With LUX, there's always a surprise around the corner. So on the way down to dinner, they'll see a beautiful pop-up bar on the beach, a mixologist creating a new cocktail. They'll be invited to come and enjoy a nice cocktail before they head for dinner, but they'll never see the same bar in the same place again. So always a small surprise. As I said, we have over 30 reasons to go LUX and they're all complimentary and enjoyed in all of our hotels. Taking you straight into the Maldives, this is our Cafe LUX lounge. So when your clients arrive in Mali, they can enjoy the lounge, Wi-Fi, complimentary drinks, snacks as well, while they wait for their transport onto their hotel. I'm going to take you first of all down to the south to LUX South Ariatel. Now to get to LUX South Ariatel, it's about 20-25 minutes by seaplane, or you can get the domestic flight and speedboat. Couple of selling points on this property. It is actually one of the largest resorts in the Maldives, which means that it's spacious. You're never going to get that island sort of cabin fever, which some people always worry about when they go to the Maldives. Huge stretch of beach. You can find your own area of the beach and relax and read a book. And of course, we can accommodate lots of fun extras on our island with the size. It's also the perfect location to swim with whale sharks. So you may have clients calling to look for that perfect hotel to have this experience. It's literally on our doorstep. So a great place to direct your clients to LUX South Ariatal for that. Moving on to the accommodation, I always think accommodation can be quite a key selling point because at LUX South Ariatal, the selection of rooms that we have really suit absolutely everyone, for your families, your honeymooners. So for example, for the families, our entry-level room, the beach pavilion, is interconnecting. But if families want a higher level and they still want that interconnecting, we also have the family lagoon. For those clients that don't want to be over water, then we have the beach villas with or without pool. And also we have lots of green vegetation. So you'll see that it's very, very private with your own access onto the beach. Moving on, for those that want to be over water, we have the romantic, which is an adults only area, romantic water villas. We also have the temptation water villas, and we have the family water villas as well. So depending on which client, you'll always find a room category that will really suit a large selection of clients. The last selling point I'll tell you about, because there is plenty, is definitely the culinary experience. At South Ari, we have 8 restaurants and 5 bars, and that's separate outlets, all different types of cuisine, whether you prefer Italian, you like Asian, Indian. There's such a large selection that you literally, if you stayed a week, would probably not be able to eat in every restaurant. We do offer bed and breakfast, half board, full board, and all inclusive, which is the most popular from the UK market. This is our Beach Rouge Beach Club that we have in every LUX property. So by day, very, very cool beach club. And of an evening, you'll have like a DJ in the background playing very relaxing house music, have a cocktail, watch the sunset. So South Ari, key selling points is definitely location, size of the island, the whale sharks, the types of accommodation and clients that we can accommodate, and definitely having 8 restaurants, 5 bars gives your clients flexibility, choice, and it's definitely an island you'll never get bored on. Of course, we have kids clubs, tennis courts, and all the activities, water sports available as well. Moving you off now back to the north, so we have LUX North Mali. From Mali Airport, you can get a speedboat, just under an hour, or you can take a seaplane, which takes around 15 minutes. LUX North Mali is a new resort. We opened over a year ago, and it really is, I have to say, it's kind of disrupting the Maldivian mode, really, of those traditional thatch villas, and we've kind of replaced them with oversized penthouse residents. It's really forward-thinking, the design for the Indian Ocean. Beautiful island. We have a wonderful house reef, and it actually used to be a picnic island for some other hotels, so a beautiful spot. Just to show you our villas, as you can see, very, very unique design, and it really does have the wow factor. One of the unique selling points is definitely the size. Our entry-level 1-bedroom villas are actually 351 square meters. So you're talking huge. Another unique selling point is that each and every villa has a private roof terrace. I can show you here from the aerial view. Now, the great thing about this, obviously it's a resort concept, so you do have your restaurants, your bars, your kids clubs, but also for those clients that really want that tailor-made personal villa experience, we can do private cinemas on your roof terrace. For clients that want to do morning yoga, if you want to do sundowners, we can set up a pop-up bar. A family barbecue, all of those things can be created by your island host. You each have a private infinity pool, the space factor. This is the interior. You can see the architecture is fantastic, all of the natural light, high ceilings, all of the decor. I mean, even the tiling in the bathroom, these tiles came from Barcelona. There's so much thought that's gone into each and every part of the design. And as I think you'll agree, it really does say wow. Our 2-bedroom residents as well. We have them on beach or over water. And of course, our Lux Retreats, which is our 3 bedrooms. Now, these are great as well. When you book the Maldives and you have these large families, so you may have the grandparents, you then have them, their children, and then the grandchildren, they're looking for luxury, the deluxe kind of level of property. At the same time, it's very hard to get 2 or 3 villas guaranteed next to each other. They want to be together, but they want to have the space. And Lux North Marley definitely offers that. In terms of cuisine, we do have bed and breakfast, half board and all-inclusive we introduced, which was quite in high demand for this kind of level of hotel, because it is on that deluxe level. But we have Glow Restaurant, which is our international cuisine, open for breakfast and also for dinner. Inti, which is very popular, our Peruvian Japanese restaurant, and we also have a live sushi bar as well, and barbecue tables where you can cook your own meat, which is also very popular. Our Beach Rouge, I mean, when we made this Beach Rouge, as you can see by this picture, it's just really wow, and we have a swimming pool there as well. And we can also accommodate some private dining as well if there's a special occasion while in resort. And this picture here just shows our 3 bedroom over water. And last but not least, we also have another option for those clients that want something a bit different in the Maldives. They can also go off sailing and stay overnight if they wish, as we have our own catamaran, so they can go off and really have an island hopping experience. We can do weddings at sea, sunset champagne cruises. So depending on what the client's needs are, we can really tailor make it. I think you'll agree that North Marley and South Ari have very different offerings. So I hope that you could identify a Lux client and then obviously send them to the hotel that best suits them. We are heading into the peak period now, so from the 4th of December, we will be launching a 50% discount on South Ari and also a 40% on North Marley. So there's no better time to recommend one of the Lux properties to your clients. My details are here, so if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.
Super, thank you very much, Sarah. Okay, so wow, you've just been transported completely. Sorry, that was my cat deciding to come and see me. Okay, so we've got a few questions that have popped up in the Q&A tab. Sarah, we can't see you. That's it, perfect. Okay, right, so I'm going to start off, and this is for you, Parag. Karen has asked, does the Reethi Faru offer kite surfing?
I'm sorry, I didn't get you, Sarah. Please, can you repeat again?
Yeah, does the Reethi Faru offer kite surfing?
Offer kite surfing?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have a kite surfing at the Reethi Faru, Sarah.
Okay, no kite surfing, no problem. Carol's asked, are the water sports excursions included?
No, there are some excursions included, which is only at the AIP plan.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, Kate has asked, how much longer from landing in Mali does it take to arrive if going by plane and boat, if my customers don't want to pay extra for the seaplane?
So as I told you, there are 2 mode of transportation. Once, if you come by a seaplane, it takes you 45 minutes to reach to our resort directly. But if you have to come by domestic, then you have to come from Male Airport to the Daramandu Airport, which takes 20 minutes to reach there. And then you take a speedboat of 40 minutes from there to the resort. Okay,
perfect. Thank you. Okay, Rachel has asked, and this one's for you, Karen, how much approximately does the helicopter cost?
1 second. So it depends where you're going, but approximately it would start between around 600 euros, 500, 600 euros, maybe up to 8. And usually it's for about 4 persons. So if you share the costs for people, especially going on the island resorts, it's not too bad.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Chrissy has asked, what is the cost of eating out? A 3-course meal with drinks. What would the
in the Seychelles? Okay, so in the local restaurants, definitely it's more affordable than in the resorts. So let's say if you're going for let's say a Creole buffet in a typical Creole restaurant, it would be about 300 rupees. So divide by 25. So, you know, less than 10 pounds, less than 20 pounds, I would say. And even the drinks, let's say a beer, the local beer is about £1, £1.10, £1.15, and the local, let's say Coca-Cola, Fanta is around the same price, and maybe a bottle of wine would be about 200 rupees. So definitely outside in the local restaurants, it's much more affordable and cheaper than in Europe as well.
Okay, perfect. A question for the Maldives. Sarah and Parag, you may be able to answer this. Rachel's asked, for the Maldives, how much luggage allowance can you take on a seaplane? I always thought it was 20 kilos. Do you know if this is still the same?
It was 20 kilos and 5 hand luggage, but I think now the hand luggage is now included, as we had this question the other week. So I think it's actually 20 in total. But this was due to the current regulations since coronavirus. So I think there might be an amendment on that. But I can send you the details because we'll have it at resort and you can share it if that's okay, Sarah.
Right.
All my details are there. Just send me an email.
Super. Thank you very much, Sarah. Okay, Karen has asked, what months, please, for swimming with the whale sharks at LUX?
We do say it's all year round, to be honest, but the key season for us, generally, I think it goes up to around 86% guaranteed at South Harry. Well, we shouldn't say guaranteed because they do their own thing, but we do say the key months are definitely between November and May.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Ushma's asked, Sarah, do you have a trade agent's access for marketing and fact sheets?
We did have one. We're working on a new platform. It used to be the old LUX B2B. We're creating a new one, which should be more interactive. But in the meantime, I have a system. I can send you one link with everything on. The fact sheets have absolutely everything. They're some of the best I've seen. So I'm happy to share that with you. Just take my details, send me a one line, or I can share one link with you, Sarah, whatever's easiest.
Okay, perfect. And also she's asked which suppliers can we book through?
We work with all of the suppliers from, I wouldn't like to name any names, but I mean everyone. So whether you like to book through Lusso, If Only, any of the brands, generally we work with all of them. So they're all fantastic, and we have rate parity, so they all have the exact same rates.
Super, thank you very much. Karen has asked, if we wanted to hire a boat, would we need to do this in advance, or would there be plenty of availability on arrival? I'm not sure if this is relating to Seychelles or if this is relating to what you presented, Sarah. Could you both just answer it? So Sarah, you start with the boat.
We have one, so I would suggest if your clients really wanted to have a few days, because we have cabins as well, so they can overnight, and they have obviously a chef and everything with them, so that's like a very unique experience. So I would suggest pre-booking that. If they mean going out on a catamaran for the day for a boat trip, excursions, that's absolutely fine. We don't need to pre-book. We have that available as well.
Brilliant, thank you. She's just replied it was for Lux Resort, but the same thing,
Okay.
Karen. I presume you can book boat trips because people like boat trips. They like the catamarans, like to go and see.
Yes, they do. And like Sarah said, in the Seychelles, you can also do it upon arrival with the hotels, because they would have all the contacts for the various boat charters, boat catamarans. So you can definitely do that while in the Seychelles. No problem.
Super. Thank you very much. Donna's asked for you, Sarah, again. Do the Lux properties have babysitting services?
Yes, we do. Obviously, the kids club's normally from 3. We had a request the other day, a child was like a week out of that. We can be flexible, of course, within reason, and there is babysitting available. It is obviously a small surcharge.
Super, thank you very much. Nick has asked, what are the costs of food and drink in the Maldives? So if I could ask, Parag, do you do other board bases other than all-inclusive, or?
We do, yes.
And what would be the average cost for like a normal 3-course meal and drinks?
So it depends which restaurant you go in for, but let's say on an average from $50 to $75 would be a 3-course meal per person. Okay,
perfect. That's super. And Sarah?
Yeah, I mean, it would range from south to north. They're slightly different positioning. But when I was at south, looking, even if you were to buy a Coke or a beer, a beer would be about £5 for a meal. A burger, you're talking about $20 for a burger and chips, just to give you an idea. And then depending on the restaurants, we do have obviously a large selection. If you went to our Italian you could get a main course definitely for around some $20–25, and then depending on drinks and starters and so on. But it is quite variable. For the Maldives, I do think most people go all inclusive, if I'm honest, just so that they know that everything's covered. And especially at somewhere like South, where you've got 8 restaurants to choose from, the flexibility is there. So it just depends on what your client's needs are.
Super, thank you very much. And Sarah's asked, do you offer LUX? Do you offer tennis at LUX, Sarah?
We do. Both resorts have a tennis court, so yes, we do.
Super. And I know I saw one question coming through on chat while I was talking. Just bear with me. Okay, so it's fine. She's popped it into the questions. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the Q&A sessions. So now we need to do, okay, everybody go to an attendee. So like you've been writing to us at the moment. So I'm going to ask, Karen, do you want to ask the question first for your prize?
Sure.
Just remind us again what your prize is and then ask the question.
Okay, perfect. So from the Seychelles, we would have a little goodie bag with the local rum, the Takamaka rum, with the spices that are from the market, and some little goodies and candles and little stuff from the Seychelles. So the question is, can you name the 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Seychelles, and where are they located?
Wow, that's a hard one. So we've got, hang on, I've got Alicia's, oh, hang on, we've got more coming through. Well, okay. Okay, so
I've seen some right answers.
Okay, shout out who the first one was with the correct answer.
Okay, I saw it. 1 second, let me tell you. It was
it Carol?
Ushma? If I'm reading it correctly.
Okay, the first one that I can see is Carol, and put Valley de Mar, Praiselin, and the Aldabra Atoll. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Maybe you're seeing better than me, yes. Valley de Mar, which is on Praslin, and the Aldabra Atoll. That is correct.
Yeah, perfect. That was, yeah, the first person with the correct one was Carol.
Okay, perfect. Congratulations.
Cool. So you're entered 10 times, Carol. So we do the spin to win tomorrow. Okay, so Parag, what's your question, please?
Yeah, so I have a very simple question and a lovely gift for it, which is going to be £25 cash to answer this question. And the question is, please name the restaurant which is over the water at Reethi Faru Resort, which is open for 24/7.
Okay, we've got Diavaru.
Yes, correct. Diavaru is the right answer.
Brilliant. Ushma, you're entered 10 times into the spin to win tomorrow. And last but not least, Sarah.
So we have £30 Love to Shop vouchers to share. Just to give you a clue, get your fingers on the digits, the numbers of your laptop or your phone. Can anyone tell me entry-level room category at Lux North Marley is square meters? Yes, I just saw it come up straight away.
Wow. Okay, so I have got 351.
That's the right answer, yeah.
Okay, and we've got Ushma and Karen that both did the same. So Karen, I'm popping you down because Ushma's already in there. So brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody. Just don't forget to log all of your Indian Ocean bookings at myindianoceanrewards.com. If you have any hotels that are not listed, please do let me know. Karen, I know we need to update all of the hotels in the Seychelles.
The Seychelles, exactly.
As soon as I have that, I'll get that updated. Sarah, all of yours are on, so we're good with that one. So I'll do a follow-up and I'll send you the recording tomorrow. And I would just really like to thank all of the hosts for spending the time with us to have a brief 10 minutes, but it's been really, really valuable, and I'm sure we've all learnt a lot. So thank you to you guys. And thank you to the agents as well for joining us and, you know, for being part of the Indian Ocean Rewards. So thank you. So we'll see you all very soon. So thank you guys, and bye.
Bye. Thank you, Sarah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.